Have a real quick supper here tonight. Fried up a couple of, these are hunks of venison rump roast. Then I had some more of those fried potatoes that Vonnie had dried up, and we had in the silo bags and hydrated them a little bit, fried them with a little oil. A nice little supper here, quick and fast. Almost forgot to throw in the fresh sprouts and round out a good meal. I've gotten occupied with other things and had a lot of company around yesterday, and so did some walking with them and a lot of visiting. So this morning now I'm going to come down and try to get a little more of my trail down here worked on. It won't all continue like this because as I move down the trail a little further, there's no dead tamarack trees yet. I did notice there's a lot of trees there that tamarack that are still living. The insects haven't got to them yet, but I'm afraid they will in the coming years. So when that happens, I'll have more fill for my potholes on this trail. But until then, we'll just trim it up enough to get by. Kind of a disaster area through here with so many of the tamarack that had died, and by the time I cut them out, we ended up with a pretty airy place. As I do most of the time when I'm working on trails like this, I have, well, extra chainsaws and mowers, and so I always stage them, and I just leave them wherever I quit working. I just leave them, and then the next time I'm out, I just come to that spot, pick up, and move on. So this was a real tangle that I finished up the last time I was working. Did a little bit of a reroute here to straighten things out. Since the trees had died, I was able to take a few down and get a bad kink out of the trail and come over this little leg breaker hole, and then I get into a section here that's nice and flat, not too bad. Kind of patched it up enough in the past that it's passable for now. I'll move on down, and there's some real leg breaker hole that I want to get patched up. First project for today is to see what I can do about this little obstacle. I gotta try to find a way to cut it down and get it evened out. It's just it's beyond bad. There's one part of the problem gone. Now just to get a few things filled in around here. Now, find a few more pieces. Okay, I like that a lot. That has been a potential leg breaker for several years now. Glad to have it out of the way. That was just about the right amount of work for a little morning project. Very, very pleasant. The temperature's between what number you go by. It's either 20 or 70. The humidity's really picked up though. That's one thing that's very noticeable. They say we got chances of rain coming up the next day and a half, and I hope it does. I got my eaves trough set up and ready, and in fact I'm getting a little low on my drinking water supply. I got plenty of wash water in a little barrel out there, but if it doesn't rain, I'm going to have to start making some treks a mile up there to the spring and bringing back some of that water for my coffee and my drinking. I might head around that way. We're going to go out and do a hike here. I've got a few things to check out, a few other projects to maybe get started with. Although this is my theme this time, and really hitting it light on the work side. The tasks are getting done eventually. It's just taking a while. Yesterday I had everybody was stopping by, and some of the guys headed up toward Hawks Pond and did some hunting, and they came back with 3 rough grouse that they'd managed to harvest up that way. And especially Chris, he thanked me a lot for having mowed down the tops of the trails and the beaver dams. He had just gotten a sling off of a major shoulder problem, and he didn't like the idea of tripping on a beaver dam and doing a forward pitch, doing a somersault down into the water with that shoulder that was just coming back a little bit. So anyway, it's really nice to have the trails out there, and guys like that really appreciate it. I'm going to go over now and enjoy a little bit of it myself. Well, that wasn't the plan. You think that's pretty good? Don't choke. Goodness. You know. Oh, all right. You can get a bite too. You know, that's my fault, because I've been training these guys to come in and not just pick a piece out of my fingers up in the air, but to actually come in and land, and then they got to fight to get it loose. So I asked for it, and they took advantage of it. Don't want to gross anybody out, so I'll peel that off for their next trip back. I didn't even know they were around, or I'd have brought them out some of their pancake. It was pretty quiet when I set this up, and I thought I was safe, but I probably started talking, and they thought they had some suckers around to get some food off of it. Yeah. What do you? Okay. Come on, you can get the rest of your food, and then leave me alone. Where you at? Whoop. Well, I'll let them find that down there. get a bite of this pie myself before it's all gone. Oh, got my special Seeds cup out there, and then when I get done, I think as I go walking, I got to eat a few of these little Seeds pops out of a box. A gift from California, I'm still working on. Thank you.